Hey folks, welcome to another episode of Homestead on the Hill. And in today's episode, what I'm going to do is get a vise, a bench vise. I purchased it, and I purchased it at Princess Auto down in Coquitlam. And what I'm going to do is mount it on a piece of plywood because I don't actually have a bench to mount it onto. Because a bench vise is like having a super powerful third hand available whenever you're working on something. So let's get this thing started. Hang tight. Okay, this is my little work spot. And as you can see, I took a clamp, a woodworking clamp there, and I clamped this piece of plywood onto this old cabinet, which I use as a workbench. I'm going to drill holes through that and bolt this thing onto this piece of plywood. And then when I want to use it, I can just use these clamps, like this thing here, and clamp it to, like for example, this workbench. And then I can use it. Okay, first thing, I'm gonna drill a hole through here. Move the vise aside, got a mark. Okay, there's the first hole drilled. And let's see that. Yep, slides through there quite nicely. There we go. So underneath, I'm just going to put the washer. Oops, going to juggle it. Put the washer. Oh, crap. There you go, see? So it's only threaded up to there. And I need that. So, well, what do you do? I'm just going to cut this piece here off. I already marked it so that it's same length as that. So then that will make that thicker because I don't have the bolt and I need to use this bench vise today. So let's get the saw out. This is why everything on the freaking Homestead takes forever, because you run into little wrinkles and then you're like, oh crap, got the wrong length of bolt. So if you don't, there's no hardware store anywhere nearby here. You know, it's a 3-hour tour to go get a new bolt. And, you know, just you blow up a day trying to get something. So you gotta improvise. So hang tight, let's get the saw out. And the battery's dead. That's why you buy one battery system, one system. So I got the rigid, I had the battery on the drill. So now, I guess got to take this and attach it underneath here. These are 8 by 1.5. Okay, square head. Or as we say in Canada, Robertson. Okay, so I don't have number 2 Robertson here with me. So what I'm going to do, I do have a manual. I got a screwdriver. So, and get this started. See, this is why you need, what do they say, 3 hands and a monkey tail to do any job. We'll then hold the board, will it? Yeah. And it's going to work. Okay, so underneath here, I'm going to put a washer, a lock washer, and then the nut. Okay. Right there. I'll get a Saskatchewan fits all. Tighten that down in a minute. Let's get this thing out of the way. So there's the mark. There's the mark, so now I know where to drill. So let's drill that hole. There's one there. Looks like they line up. See my Filson shirt, I ripped the elbow out of it. If anybody wants to send me a new shirt, I'd be grateful. Okay. Les Strobe. That guy used to go out into the wilderness. And Survivor Man. That's another guy. Packing cameras around all over the place. Everybody thought, oh, well, he's got a camera crew there with him. No, he didn't. It was him. He was the camera crew. So that's sort of what I'm doing today. Where are you? That one and this one is going to squeeze it. So I'm going to go get the Saskatchewan Fits-All and tighten those up. Hang on. And again, why jobs take so freaking long. Way up the hill there is the side-by-side, the Bobcat. And so all my wrenches are up there. So I did find one 9/16. That'll fit it. But I don't have one for the other side. So I have this massive crescent wrench. So I'm going to try to do it with that. There we go. Now, put that over here. And same thing. See, if I had a socket, that'd be like zzz, 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 zzz. But anyway, nothing wrong with a little bit of slowing it down. I took a lot of the tools inside already. I learned this when I worked in the restaurant industry for 4 or 5 minutes. Always full hands. So if I'm going back into the workshop, into the cabin, then I take a load of tools in. I'm not using them anymore, so I can take them inside. So I'm going back in. You can take the circular saw and the drill back in. So there you go. There's my bench vise, and it's on a temporary bench because I don't have another one. But what I can do then, I can use this for holding my work. Keep opening it up. It doesn't have that little thing on the side. Remember, 22 bucks, right? So I can put that in there. And let's say I'm going to do some work on it. And see, then I want to work on that. Boom, I got a vise. It's like a third hand. So that's it. Another episode of Homestead on the Hill. Trying to get some stuff done. Slowly. Everything up here is slowly. It's just the way it is. Okay, see you next week.